National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Eagles and the Lions, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we have arrived at the start of another NFL season, the most exciting time of the year. And CD, both of these storied teams we're about to see trying to take a step forward this year. Philadelphia, a lot of optimism there that they can get in the postseason. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway from Ford Field. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts got the green light as a starter from the Philly organization and took really good steps as the next in line of mobile quarterbacks in the city, following names like Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb, and Randall Cunningham. He led the team in all quarterbacks in the NFL in rushing, and he took Philadelphia to the postseason while throwing for over 3,000 yards.
Hurts throwing right away. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. From the 25 on second down, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
Certainly a different set of circumstances awaited Jared Goff in Detroit last season after his trade from Los Angeles. He made what he could out of them and managed 3 wins on a rebuilding Lions team. They should improve this year behind Goff after an offseason where they made considerable investments in order to try and improve this ball club.
Now a first down throw. Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Goff on first down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 44, Goff steps away to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Jordan Davis. That is one he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
I always love the opening game of the season, and for the players, always nice to get those firsts out of the way, isn't it? How about here? The first sack of the season. Not just in the first game, but in the opening drive. That's the way to get things kicked off.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needed to come up with something here on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. 2nd down, back to Sanders. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9, Goff. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it and brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Devontae Smith's workload certainly didn't get any lighter going from being a Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama to his first year with the Philadelphia Eagles. 104 targets as a rookie, and his 916 yards, they were the most for a Philly wideout since 2015. They go to him there for a 1st down.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. 20! And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Fletcher Cox on the tackle. A gain of 2.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down. Gone. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
And from his corner spot, that was James Bradbury on the defensive side.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. Goff now looks to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Now this offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 now.
Hurts.
This will be caught inside the 10.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in Week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Goff on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Dallas Goedert really flourished as Philadelphia's unquestioned #1 tight end. He's a big-time field stretcher for first-time starter Jalen Hurts and averaged the second most yards per reception among tight ends in the league. Won't hurt his average there with that first down pickup.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run with a man from La Tech. It's Boston Scott. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Scott was a touchdown man for the Philly backfield last season, scoring 7 times and drawing a few starts in place of Miles Sanders. That type of performance will make him a front runner for backup work this season, too, in a crowded backfield in Philadelphia.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. On 2nd and 7, Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They're going for it with the option right. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And not much. Maybe a yard down at the 23. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action with Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Gone. And that is incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
In formation for Lions.
And it's fielded at the 34. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Give him 10 yards on the keep, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
On 1st down, Hurts fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. On 2nd and goal. Hurts. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive in total 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On 1st down, Goff. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. A 6-yard
From the 38, Goff. Flush to his right. And this one too low. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Goff. He's got this, complete to Williams. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st down, it's Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the this offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Throwing again is Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. Ray McLeod, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Devin Duvernay, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Saints in that one. A touchdown there for Alvin Kamara. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And as you can see, they've started the season with a focus on the running game, and it served them well in the opener so far. Meanwhile, for the Lions, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football, and they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff, open man right side is St. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Goff on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To the air again. Goff. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets us up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. Finding space at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did. But poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Complete to Devontae Smith. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aleem McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Another shot now for this Lions offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
intended for T.J. Hawkinson. Incomplete.
Now it's Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And the Lions first down.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Goff now looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Out of the gun, Goff. That pass caught, it's Williams. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Running right, here's Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll trying to run for it with Sanders. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get low to those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st and 10, Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 41, Goff firing quickly, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning, it's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, here's Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
A 50-yard attempt.
Badgley able to punch this one through, and that will cut the lead down to 13. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team. And their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Sanders toss left side. And he'll take this down to the 33. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Eagles are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that 1st win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Hurts will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Lions now. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. It's complete to Williams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the 1st down.
Throwing again is Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff running his slant, and he finds Mitchell. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
A 7-yard gain.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Complete to St. Brown. It's a gain of 8.
To throw again on second down. Goff. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 43 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the field.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamal Williams punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Burt sets up to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Well, now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run with Sanders off the option. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. But this one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Lions offense set to take over. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. On first down, it's gone. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
That's good for the Lions.
Now Goff on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now it's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. From the 41, Goff. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's got this complete to Williams. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now they got to get to the line quickly. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's going to be too high. Bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And out come the Eagles. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for the Eagles, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be back home next week for a date with the Washington Commanders.